Welcome to the Sounds of Blackness, a spoken word event. We are here tonight to hear people of color who will be speaking out upon the struggle and oppression and the unjust in America. And I hope people will learn more of what people of color struggle through and have fought through for 400 years and now, and not getting the support we need to heal this world and heal this country of ignorance and making it a better place. I thank you. I thank Dr. Stockard, Dr. Biddings, Dr. Owings, and all the CLU, Sloan, and all the CLU students for helping and supporting me with this project.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope and the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Call me Chicano. It is 1968. 6 years ago, the great Cesar Chavez founded the National Farm Workers Association to push for rights. Rights not just for his people, working day and night to pick the food for your tables, but rights for all of his people. My people. Our people. Because our people are being segregated in their schools. Our people are being beat by police officers for suspicion of disturbing the peace when all we want is justice. Our people are being told that we are not good enough to go to college, so we drop out of high school before we even have the chance to prove anyone wrong. You see, if you're like us, and your skin isn't white, or your name can be pronounced without an accent, or you're what they call Chicano, you are nothing but a number. A number to add to poverty rates, dropout rates. A number to compare to the white community and say that it's not privilege, but ethnicity that determines your success. And if you live in Los Angeles, forget about it. It may be called the City of Angels, but it's no heaven on earth because that's where we're worse off. People like us aren't seen as equals. No. People like us are beat down, seen as inferiors, dirty, worthless. What about all the people like us picking fruit for you? What about people like us who want to succeed, who would if you just gave us the chance? What about people like me? I'm not just a number. I have a name, and even if you can't pronounce it, I'm no less human. So go ahead. Call me Chicano. You use it as an insult, but I'll take it with pride. I'll take this word and make it mine. And if that's how you call my people and my ethnicity, then I'll be proud as hell to have it. People like Cesar Chavez and I have already taken blows to the mind, to the body, to the soul. Why should we let your words be just as painful?
Take a breath. Take a breath, not a deep one. Only one. Imagine one breath, only one. How can one breath, only one, mean more than any other one? Every minute, maybe a dozen times, the air goes in, then out. Is one breath sweeter than all the rest? Does the first breath we take mean more than the last one?
Her story. America's always been advertised as the land of opportunity, and yet they hesitate to give her any just because her ancestors weren't born here. But you know what? Neither were theirs. For how can they call themselves full-blooded Americans when they aren't even descended from the natives? The natives whose land and culture were taken from them by great American settlers. The natives who are now, ironically, a minority. I guess it doesn't matter how history is written, because all people see within the pages are stories that reinforce manifest destiny. And if it's not her name, then it's her bloodline that throws them off. Because how can a girl of minority status be so well respected and successful? I'll tell you how. She took the battles and dreams of her ancestors to make it here and made them her own. She may be physically in a room, but that doesn't mean she's always acknowledged. She worked to make a name for herself because some people chose to ignore her for the one she was born with. But a woman shouldn't have to look white to look like a success. She shouldn't have to correct the way people pronounce her name just so they can tell her it's wrong for her to be here, wrong for her family to have come here. If it's not her name, if it's not her skin, then it's her success that people think doesn't make sense. But that's their issue because this is America. Anyone can live here. Anyone can succeed here, and everyone has rights, regardless of their background. So no one should forget the ones you have just because of who you are. Just because she's a woman, or her family didn't originate here, doesn't give anyone a free right to toss her around. So before people start calling her a foreigner, they should stop looking at history books and start looking at their own family tree.
My name is Teketa Bellamy. I am in a master's of student counseling program, and I am from the South. And I have struggled through a lot of discrimination and have experienced it based on being African American. When I used to go to school in the South, it was segregated based on we didn't have a voice to speak about who we are, our leaders, our African American leaders, or anything about identifying ourselves or being proud of who we are. So I had to make that change by speaking upon the unjust of just knowing white history and having more of people of color history in the high school that I went to. And also where I'm from, my parents had 4 grocery stores, Black Panthers, and they fought in our community based on the poverty, the oppression, and not getting diverse things like white stores or white schools had. And all of that, what I went through, will always be with me based on the scar of 400 years of slavery and now, and how we couldn't have a voice to heal our community. We had to fight hard to get things that we had to struggle and suffer through. So this is why I am focusing on our university to make a change and change the ignorance of discrimination into respecting each other, loving each other, and understanding each other, and being re-educated the proper way of more of truth in the history that really happened here in America to people of color.